To get started, simply add the process flow diagram to your report as you would with any other visual. Drag your category data into your category data well, and there we have some arrows. We've got 4 data wells down here. The category is the only mandatory one, but we have 3 optional ones for number series: size by, sort by and colour by, and they unlock quite a lot more functionality. But first of all, we're going to customise using the format pane, and here we see we have 5 categories of format changes that you can make. First one is arrow, so you can make your arrows curved instead of straight, and if we increase the indent a bit, I think that becomes more obvious. If you make the indent negative, you can point your arrows back the other way. Arrow gap increases the gap, and the border width and border colour apply a border all the way round the arrows. Category text is straightforward. It's the font face size, whether it's bold, italic or underlined. It can be useful sometimes to turn your labels off completely and rely on the tooltips, particularly if you're using heat map colouring. So perhaps you only want to draw your user's attention to the red arrows, which are the very high values that they need to take action on, and maybe your category labels are very long and unwieldy. You can just switch them off completely. And in an upcoming release of this custom visual, there is an extra option here actually, which is X nudge. So you can nudge the labels to the left or the right a bit if they don't look as though they are centrally aligned, which with some font faces or in some situations can happen. So let's look at colouring. By default we have interpolated colour, which means you pick a start and an end colour, and the custom visual makes some pretty interpolations in between those two. Now you can instead choose to colour by data, and if we switch that on we get some error messaging, which I hope is clear. So this one says you can't interpolate by both things. You can't have interpolated by colour and interpolated by data. So we switch that one off, and then it says, well, you can't have colour by data unless you've provided me with some data. So now we're going to go and drag some data into the colour by data data well, and you can see they've all popped out this sort of dark reddy orange colour. And that's because if we hover, you can see the different values are all in the thousands. So how this works is a colour is applied if it is the high value colour is applied if the number is above the very highest value, which is now 35,000. So all these numbers are a bit low. We'll make this one 20,000, and that can start at 0. There we go, that's a bit better. So now we have some heat map colouring applied. Now, manual override just lets you make some quick and easy label-driven arrows, but you can't use it with colour by data. So let's just switch that off and switch that one back on. So you see it says 1, 2, 3. We can add 4, semicolon, separated. If you're using manual override, it's just really to create a quick and attractive visual. Tooltips and filtering don't work with this because these labels are not part of your data model. Let's just switch that back. Okay, so there's 2 more features to show you. One of them is size by. You can size your arrows that's better. You can size your arrows nicely and you might need to change your labels to fit a bit better. And then also we have sort by. So if we just get rid of size by, I think it becomes a bit clearer. We've got a weird assortment here: Saturday, Sunday, Thursday, Friday, Wednesday. I think it's alphabetical. If we go down here to sort axis, it's using sum of thousands descending, in fact. So we could have day of the week descending, but these things are alphabetical or numerical, and something like phases or days of the week, that doesn't work. So we can use a number series that we add. I've prepared one earlier called day sort, and then you can come to the sort axis and say, nope, I want to use day sort ascending, and suddenly you have your days of the week in the right order. So I hope that's been a quick and useful guide to what process flow diagram can do for you. If you would like more information, there is a product page at our website. You can buy it through AppSource Marketplace, where it's certified, or you can look at the demo and learn a bit more.